Good morning, everyone. This is Karl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Monday, November 30th, 2020. And before I get going, let me put on my music. Okay, now let me get into my disclaimer. Okay, if you're 13 years old or younger, please leave this podcast now. This content is not targeted for children 13 or under, so please leave now. Okay, what I want to get into on this this podcast. First of all, I want to make a quick sports announcement. Something that's hopefully going to work out for the team. But anyway, after Thanksgiving Day, the disaster, the loss that the Lions had, the new owner, the daughter of Martha Ford, she stepped in right away and fired both Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. That was a great move. So right off the bat, she kind of inherited. Martha Ford had gave Patricia and Quinn another chance. Well, unlike her mother and her father, Sheila Ford, that's who it is, Sheila Ford, she just made a snap decision. This wasn't cutting it because she said that they were going to be held accountable. This is good for them, and as I said in other podcasts, I really don't do sports anymore, but I'm going to lead into how this all this is part of what's going on in the world and with the election and where America's going, because it's all a bunch of nonsense. But for the city of Detroit, and that for once I agree with Stephen A. Smith. He is absolutely right, but he didn't go far enough as far as I'm concerned. He said that the Lions should not only apologize to Jim Caldwell, which they should, but they should apologize to the fans, the city of Detroit, the fans all over the world, the state of Michigan. I say they need to apologize. The Lions need to apologize to the entire sports world globally, because the Lions have been, I wasted 57 years on this pathetic team, and it's been nothing but embarrassment. And they're forcing people to watch one of the worst teams possible ever in all of sports history on Thanksgiving. What a way to ruin a dinner! Really, it's pathetic to watch. It's really sad. But maybe they're heading in the right direction. If so, that's great. It's nice to see that maybe the Lions upper management has done away with the New England Patriot way, and the Patriots are basically going down the drain. So they're heading in a new direction, and I tip my hat to them, and I wish them well. I no longer follow the Lions, and I started not following them in 2019 for personal reasons. Then this year, with all the other garbage, I've just quit watching sports altogether. I don't watch any of the major networks, with the sports with the knees and all that, and it's all part of the global establishment trying to put into a one world system, and this is all part of it, and sports falls in there, and I am dead set against it, and anyone who knows me personally understands that. So But anyway, well, let's hope for the best. For maybe Sheila Ford can do some things, but they still need to get their act together. If I'm ever going to watch sports again, they need to start respecting the flag. They need to start standing for the national anthem. Matthew Stafford and then the Watson, whatever his name, I don't even know his name on the Texans, kneeling for the national anthem. That's just unacceptable, and I won't deal with it. And this goes across the board, all sports. Now, get this. When it comes to sports globally, okay, when a team's playing in London, for example, they do not dishonor the Queen, but when the national anthem for the American, even the London players, they kneel for the flag, but if, heaven forbid, if they dishonor the Queen, trust me, there's consequences. And that's what should happen in the NFL. There should be consequences. And I mean jail time. I'm talking about being suspended or even possibly banned from playing, kicked off the team, never playing again, that sort of thing. There needs to be consequences for disrespecting the flag. Period. That's my view on that. But how all this ties into everything, it's all the Black Lives Matter thing. It's basically the Black Lives Matter thing. It's not about black lives. They could care less about black lives. They're not doing it for they're paid communist, socialist activists, and all they're trying to do is destroy America and turn America into a communist country. And President Trump is doing everything he can to stop it, and all his legal actions, excuse me, I think that they're going to work, but it's going to be 4 years of hell. We'll probably have Trump again, but just brace yourself, because these crybaby idiots are going to throw a temper tantrum so bad. That's why the stores are running out of stuff. People are panic buying because they know once things get reversed, if they do, there's still a possibility. So everything, no matter what happens on January 20th, it's going to be either bad or worse. Trump gets in, that's a good thing that he's in, but it's going to be bad because there's going to be a lot of repercussions. Joe Biden gets in, they force him in, and then then America has officially become a communist country. Then it's a complete nightmare. This is all in the hands of God. Okay, this is God's decision. God is working on this, and personally, I feel that the time has come that God has actually unleashed Satan onto the planet, and the Antichrist, I still believe, is Obama, because out of the blue he comes out of here, and he's orchestrating a lot of this garbage, and he fits all the criteria for being the Antichrist. And I've said this in many of my older videos going back 5, 6, 7 years, or right around there, but many years ago during the Obama administration. I was saying that. But I mean, it's not really official, but this whole thing is very biblical and very prophetic. Trump will be here for a time, but after Trump, the scary thing is, after Trump, then all hell's going to break loose. But the good news is, there is good news, is the fact that as Christians, we should know what the season is. So now we know where we're at. This is in God's hands. So if it's His will to put in Biden, then we know the return of Jesus Christ is really soon. And I'm not talking years down the road. I'm talking maybe months. I mean, that quickly. So we're either at the very end, or at the most we only have a few more years left. Period. That's where we're at. But the future of the United States is not looking good, regardless of how this election comes out. And I just want to put this out just as kind of a PSA, a public safety statement, just to be prepared, because it's going to be a rough ride no matter what happens. And make sure you're ready, make sure you're right with God, and just do the right thing. You know what you have to do. All of us in this humanly body are sinners. While we're on this earth, in this body, I'm a sinner. Even pastors are a sinner. We all have our flaws. And my relation with God is personal. It's between me and Him and nobody else. Your relation with God is between you and God and nobody else. It's not my business. Whatever your sins are, that's between you and God. You and God figure it out. And it's not for me to butt into your relationship with God. And likewise, whatever my flaws are, whatever I'm working out, whatever I need to iron out with God, that is nobody's business to butt into my business. And it's things that I've been complaining about for many years. But I just wanted to get this out. This is probably one of my most important podcasts. So regardless of what happens on January 20th, just be prepared that it's going to be a rough ride no matter what. I'm still pulling for Trump. Maybe we have a little more time, but it's either going to be a little more time or we have very little time. And I will end off with that. And I'm wishing all of you the best of the rest of the holidays and going into the new year. And God bless and take care. Let me end with some music here. Okay, well, I will talk to you next time, and hopefully be on a happier note. So have a good week. Have a good day.